Often when people think about personal branding, they think it's for influencers or small business owners or for the one sole trader just trying to make some extra cash. But the reality is, personal branding is for anyone just trying to be a better version of themselves. Because what personal branding requires is for you to connect to your inner essence and then boldly and confidently communicate that with other people with effective communication tools to let them know what your goals are and how you can help them achieve theirs. So, this is my guide for women in corporate roles looking to define their personal brand. The first step is you really need to define what that brand looks like. When you're walking into an office full of people and you start laying down what your goals are, people are going to hold you to that. When you're in a corporate setting, you're expected to walk the talk. So you don't want to start communicating a brand or start stepping into a brand if you're not 100% certain, or at least 90% certain, that that's what you want, that that's what you stand for, and you're going to stand by. So first, you want to ask yourself a few questions to really define what your personal brand is. What are your core values? What unique strengths and skills set you apart from the rest? What are you passionate about in your industry and life in general? How do you want to be perceived by colleagues, clients, and the leadership team? Your brand should reflect who you are, what you stand for, not just your job title. Next is to optimize your digital hub. I know a lot of people really don't like LinkedIn, but in a corporate setting, LinkedIn is actually quite powerful. So you need to make sure that your digital presence reflects how you are in the office. Everyone's pretty forgiving with Facebook. To have a personal brand on Facebook, most women in corporate, it's either what they do on the weekends, their family, what their hobbies are. Most people are pretty understanding on Facebook, unless you're posting, like you're 21 again or you're 18 again going out in the clubs. That's not going to put a great light on your professional setting. However, your LinkedIn profile should be optimized for your career goals and for your personal branding goal. Make sure that you've got a professional headshot, that you've got a compelling headline that not only defines your role, but defines what you care about and where you see yourself fitting into your industry, your environment, and your workplace. Create a summary that not only defines what you've done in your role, but where you're going, what you're passionate about, and where your stand in the industry is. Now, in terms of posting on LinkedIn, nobody's saying you have to post once a day. Okay, but building a personal brand means speaking up on matters that you think are important and showcasing your opinion to showcase that you are a thought leader. So, sharing content about the industry, posting content about the industry is really going to put you in front of the rest in terms of displaying, hey, this is what I stand for. I'm not afraid to stand for it. If you're trying to build a personal brand in order to start your own business or to go off into your own side hustle, I highly recommend having a personal website. This doesn't need to be a business website. It doesn't need to be an elaborate, multi-page website, but a simple website with your name displaying your projects, what your stand is, what you care about, what you're working on, progress that you've made, results that you've delivered. That is really powerful for not only if you're trying to go for higher leadership positions, but if you do eventually want to head off on your own, and that's a great way to start communicating that. Next, you want to start leveraging thought leadership. I touched on this briefly, but I want to reiterate it again. You don't need to be an expert in your field to be seen as an expert. You just need to voice your opinion in a way that connects with your target audience and showcases this person knows what they're talking about. And I can start listening to this person to get some insights, to get some support, to get some ideas. That's what thought leadership is. Simply sharing your observations and your solutions can put you above the rest. Ways that you can establish thought leadership is to volunteer to speak at conferences and corporate events, writing your own articles on LinkedIn or sharing others' articles on LinkedIn that you align with and see as valuable, as well as company newsletters or industry publications. You can host or be a guest on podcasts and webinars relevant to your industry and your role, or you can mentor and coach other women in your industry. Thought leadership essentially is just about building authority and credibility for what you do. And if you're trying to build a personal brand in order to go off on your own or to be promoted into leadership positions, sometimes you have to demonstrate that you are capable and that you are the type of person that would be a great fit for those positions in a corporate setting before you reach that milestone. The last step is to continuously evolve. As you grow, so does your personal brand, so does your career. Things happen, opportunities arise, we grow up, life goes on. And if we're not adapting, our brand can't adapt. And if our brand isn't adapting and it's a personal brand, people don't see you as a thought leader. Thought leaders are continuously evolving, their messaging is upgrading, they're leveling up. And if you can't communicate that because your personal brand isn't coming with you, you're going to struggle with a disconnect at some point. Some questions that you can ask yourself every 3 months, every 6 months, every year, however often you particularly evolve, do I align with my goals that I previously set? Am I delivering value to my organization, to my industry, to the people that are paying attention to me? Do I need to expand my network or refresh my digital presence? We all know that digital is on demand. Okay, I can post something at any point that up levels my brand, that up levels my perspective, that puts me out there in the open. But sometimes life doesn't allow us to be posting consistently. And I'm not saying that for your personal brand, you need to be posting consistently either. It does help elevate the brand, but that doesn't have to be something about your brand that you do. I work in the online space, therefore, my brand is online and it needs to be continuously upgrading, posting, and evolving. But that's not the same for every industry. So, occasionally, if you're not super active on social media or online, it's good to jump on every so often and to just give a refresh. Make sure that your photo looks like you, make sure that your messaging is current, that your goals are consistent, and that you're connecting with the right people. When you walk into an office in a corporate setting, people are already looking at you, but the ones that they're looking at the most are the ones that are upgrading their outfits, the ones that are speaking up more consistently, the ones that are putting their hand up and saying that they'll take on more. Whether they're looking at you in admiration or jealousy doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you find the people that you connect and serve with and that you are consistently showing up as your best self. If you want more personal branding, personal and professional development tips, tricks, and strategy, make sure to like, share, and follow. I post a video every week at Wednesday, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching.